thanks to the 7-0 run by Isaiah White, the sophomore, on display at all three levels. The three-point line and his ability to dribble, drive, and get to the rim and finish.
Catamounts with 17 to shoot. Trey Belhanes out, standing on the paw of the Catamount at center court. Looking left, bounces it. Urquhart on the kick out. Duncan and three. Got it! Catamount's ability to kind of weather their shooting woes storm, especially in that first half.
They were 5 of 20 from behind the arc today, and hit 2 timely ones. Ernie Duncan hit 2 very timely three-point shots.
Duncan out by midcourt, guarded closely there by Ashley. Duncan firing away.
And that's a welcome sight. If you're a Black Bear fan, Andrew Fleming, if that's something that he can develop, some consistency from scoring from the perimeter, he's going to turn into a great player in this conference.
Now the drive in from Henson, the dish back out to Duncan. Now over to the brother Ernie. So they're trying to work it in. They do to Urquhart. Spin move back out. Deep three-pointer contested, but buried. What a shot there.
Showing some great effort early on.
All 12 of the points have been scored by Fleming and Isaiah White, as White has 7, Fleming still with 5. Ward, who just checked in the game, gets it over to Urquhart. Now a three-pointer. That's Duncan, and he hits it again. Another three.
Talent, just tremendous effort by all these Catamounts this season. But they still have some work to do to get that title.
Cam Ward picks up his dribble, skips to the corner, Duncan sets his feet and hits. Of the game tonight, and it's not to say Ernie Duncan has guarded J.C. Shao the entire night, but J.C. Shao is the premier offensive player for this Binghamton team. He's got 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Here's Ernie for 1,000. Gets it to go.
7th, but because it's a player control foul, they will not shoot. And Vermont needs to drop something and get an easy shot here. Get the ball back and try to get it into your high-low and establish your inside presence.
Belhanes back in to run the show, nearly lost it. Henson bounces to Ernie, tries his luck again, and hits. And Hartford is back on top. 8 lead changes in this one, with 5 gone by in the second half. As the Cats try and clinch their second straight regular season championship, Ernie Duncan, bingo.
Welcome back. His 3rd foul.
And he'll take a seat, starting point guard for the Hawks. Catamounts trying to wrap up the regular season today. UMBC has won, so the Cats need a victory to win it outright. And Duncan knocks down his second 3.
Being under 10 when they're in half court, Gary. Sorry about that. They're comfortable with it. Most teams, when it gets under 10, they start to get a little twitchy.
This pace is all Vermont.
A team that gives up 58.8 points per game. You're right about that.
Ernie Duncan with the
afterwards. And Belhanes rebounds well for being usually the smallest guy on the floor as well, Tim. And a 6'2" guard is still pull down more than 4 rebounds per game. For Catamount's team with a positive rebound margin this season. Catch and release for Ernie Duncan. That's good.
Yeah, just again, a tremendous player, but Albany really just battling as they really want to get the Catamounts here because of what happened last year in the America East Championship.
Series that's gone back and forth. Cats have won 3 in a row. Albany before that won 5 straight. Nichols almost with a steal. 1 second to shoot. Leaning three by Ernie Duncan.
Redshirt senior also averaging close to 15 a game in conference play. Darryl Stewart off the mark from three. Stewart from Atlanta, Georgia. Tyler Community College transfer, where Jimmy Butler played at one point in his career. Duncan off the screen. It's good from three.
Wildcat. Vermont choosing not to double Kamara and playing behind in the post. Hurt them that time.
4 points from the big out of Senegal. Duncan hunts down the loose ball.
Hopkins with the deflection. His defense has really improved. Nice to see. As I said, that Duncan just...
Is Vermont basketball. Second foul on Horn. And you mentioned it, John. Elijah Jordan, the freshman point guard, is back in the game. Ernie Duncan curls off the screen. Urquhart. Now it's Peyton Henson. Leisner protecting. Under 9 to go in the half. 4 to shoot. Ernie Duncan for three.
That's what we were talking about.
Wildcats are 1 for their last 8 from the floor.
Peyton Henson's length bothered Armstrong on that shot.
6'8", 215. Ernie Duncan. Urquhart with Armstrong covering. Duncan, big time.
He's the assassin.
To shoot. To the corner for Ernie Duncan, too short. Offensive board, and the Cats can hold for the final shot. Will do.
Yeah, with 15 to go, again, Duncan getting a good look, a little flat again on that shot, and we'll see Vermont gets the ball coming out in the second half and see if they can take the momentum into the locker room and build a double-digit lead.
Duncan for a double-figure lead. Home.
In the infrastructure of their offense, and that's what happened.
Too strong from Akwazi Yeboah, who's had a quiet start. Averages 15 a game, UVM by 1. Henson fakes a three. Steps inside the paint, looking down low for Rohr. Saintel gets a hand. Plenty of time left to shoot.
Yeah, figure 12 on shot clock. Vermont will get it down to a 1-4. Let Duncan go one-on-one or go work with Henson.
Duncan step back to his left, hoists, and hits.
Great. His third, as Stony Brook had 5 players with 2 fouls coming in to start the second half, and Yeboah picks up his third early.
It was a bit of a quiet first half for Yeboah as well. Only 5 shot attempts. He averages 15 a game. And only had 4. Junior Saintel was the offensive leader for the Seawolves with 12. Ernie Duncan rattles home a 3.
Yeah, good contest by Dingbo right there.
Duncan from the corner, and a 5-0.
Of that kind of lead.
Morris had a hot night from long range, not his best effort there. Way too strong.
Yeah, early in the shot clock right there, and didn't get it to go.
Duncan squares up and hits.
Played in Wisconsin just before the new year. Cam Ward could have helped him out with that for Vermont, and he was unavailable. Wisconsin native. Final possession here for the Catamounts if they want it. Jones all over Bell Haynes. 8 seconds left in the half. A 5-point game. Down to 5 seconds. Bell Haynes is stopped. Duncan puts up the 3. Got it. What? Contact. It was play on, and Harris gets 2.
Good no call there. Let the kids play.
Only 4 fouls called so far here in the second half, all called on UMass Lowell. As any referee will tell you, though, it's not their job to make them even. Duncan tries the 3 and Perry knocks down the triple, gets into double figures. We got a 2-point game with 7:20 to play.
It's a big shot for Renata. Now that keeps the defense honest. They'll close out on him a little bit harder, allow him to get right by them, get in the paint.
Duncan tries another 3, all net.
Jihad feeling it a little bit. And that's what happens. You get a little bit of confidence because you get a couple of buckets in at the rim. Step out, knock one in from deep.
26 for Thomas. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in a 5-point game. It's 73-68. Catamounts with the lead and the basketball. Duncan steps into a three. Got it!
Over 40% from three over the last handful without Bryce Aiken. And Rohr just giving him too much space as the Crimson go into a zone defense now.
That's 3 made from downtown today for Harvard. They average 6.5 3-pointers made per game, shooting the worst percentage in the Ivy League at 28%. Open 3 for Ernie Duncan is good. Depends how you look at it, smiley face or frowny face.
Well, it's a frowny face if you commit the charge. It's a smiley face if you take the foul.
Less than 8 minutes to go, second half. Vermont holding a 1-point lead. Ernie Duncan a 3, makes it over 7.
And the Catamounts, who were almost a plus 10 on the glass in the first half, now just a plus 2.
Pulling up from deep, a good contest right there by the Catamounts that forced that shot to be a little short.
Duncan tries his luck again, same spot, different result.
Want to pick up that early third. Miller, elbow jumper, won't go down. Huskies early on, 6 of 10 shooting. Lamb over to Duncan. Back inside for Peyton Henson. Backing down Gresham, 3-pointer coming. Duncan hits it.
For the next couple of years here in Marquette, he's going to turn himself into a special player.
I agree. I mean, you and I looked at each other like, where did that come from? Guess it's always been there.
Duncan dials up a 3. That's Ernie. Points for Annam.
Been impressed with Marquette. They've been able to take a punch and give one back. Every time Vermont gets close, they're able to make the right play.
Mismatch down low. Henson trying to exploit. Bell Haynes instead puts it on the deck. Finds the open man. Duncan, top of the key. Beautiful by Vermont.
Surpassing the legendary Dick Tarrant as the Spiders' all-time winningest coach.
Well, token pressure by Richmond in a full court just to change up the tempo, the rhythm of the offense for Vermont.
In the corner, there's Bell Haynes finding the open man, Duncan. Ernie.
I know he's a good three-point shooter. Has been struggling in the first part of the year for the Spiders. It's just a deep sigh of relief for everybody else. It just makes everyone feel good about their game, especially for Nick, who's really, really pressing, and now he looks really comfortable tonight shooting the basketball.
3 for 4 from beyond the arc. He shot the Spiders back within 1. From the deep reaches of the corner, Ernie Duncan, and it just looks like they're getting it now, you know? It just looks that way, and maybe Sherrod's 3 is, as you said, Greg, did more than just help him. Maybe it's helped the whole team. Duncan from deep swishes the 3. And so fast.
Anticipates quick, knows the floor of the offense of the other team.
2-point lead for Vermont. We haven't had a stoppage of play here in a while. Duncan off the dribble, knocks down another one. Spiders have had several chances. Vermont's dry spell is at 4.5 minutes. Anthony Lamb, Trey Bell Haynes, Henson, Duncan. That's a tough one.
Lamb, or excuse me, that was Nash with a strong rebound. Bell Haynes. Vermont, will they go for the 2-for-1? They will. Duncan's three, good.
Just a little off the mark, but now, more importantly, they have to lock down this 2-3 zone. There are holes. Yale got some lucky breaks the last few possessions with Vermont missing, and now it just needs to keep active hands, close down those passing lanes, and collapse for rebounds.
Duncan letting the shot clock wind down. Now Bell Haynes with 8 to play. To the corner, Ernie Duncan. Good pump fake. Hits!
Three-pointer, little mini 5-0 run to cut the lead to 8.
Wicket Jr. from Oakland, averaging 7.5 points per game. Vermont has 5 players averaging double figures already, including Anthony Lamb and Ernie Duncan, who knocks down the triple. Main 4-10
points. Just all in all, the depth on display here in Patrick Gym.
And back to the starting 5 for John Becker. Trey Bell Haynes runs the point. 2 assists in the first half, including his 400th career assist, becoming the 9th player in UVM history to reach that plateau. Ernie Duncan rises for 3 and knocks it down.
Ernie Duncan tried to flop underneath the bucket. Josh Coleman with his 4th point, and the Chanticleers have the lead 42-40. Trey Bell Haynes, a little hop, skip, and jump, gets it over to Duncan, and Duncan quickly.
Feed Urquhart, a kicked ball. Ernie Duncan pounds the rock, prepares to inbound. Lobs it up top to Trey Bell Haynes, the reigning American East Player of the Year. Henson free throw line, redshirt senior. Duncan launches left wing 3, and Ernie parries it.
Circle action is the easy lob to a big. Going to try and get Ernie Duncan going. He's in his favor, because if I'm a pro scout, I used to be, you like kids that are so young. This is Ernie Duncan. So the veteran team that John Becker on the sidelines at the top right there can call probably 20 plays right now for this veteran team to execute. Ernie Duncan, bam, with another 3.